Right now, questions remain over the train derailment earlier this month in East Palestine, Ohio, that is near the Pennsylvania-Ohio state line. Officials releasing toxic fumes into the air to avoid any explosion of the hazardous materials aboard some of the 50 freight cars. You're seeing aerial footage there of when that happened. And since that moment, residents have been told they could safely return home. But now Ohio's leadership is even demanding answers. We'll play this. Here's Ohio Governor Mike DeWine.
Even though some rail cars did have hazardous material on board, and while most of them did not, that's why it was not categorized as a high hazardous material train. Frankly, if this is true, and I'm told it's true, this is absurd, and we need to look at this. And Congress needs to take a look.
Kaylee Ward is an East Palestine, Ohio resident. She joins the National Report. Kaylee, thanks so much for taking the time. Good to see you. I wanted to point out that you are not at your home. In fact, you've left that area. Is that correct?
Yes, I've made the decision to permanently leave my home.
Can you tell me why?
Yes, I decided to have my air tested whenever they said that it was safe to return back to your home. Well, I had a company called CTEH come and test my air, and they walked all throughout my home and detected less than 0.1 VOCs ppm, which is considered to be safe and nothing in the air. Well, while they were leaving, I stopped them because a train was coming by, and I asked them to test the air while the train was coming by, and they detected over 60 VOCs ppm. So I have an 8-month-old baby, and you're going to say that every time a train comes by, those chemicals are being kicked back up into the air. I have no idea what we could be breathing in every time a train comes by, and these trains come by hundreds of times in a day. So I just feel like I'm being lied to, and I feel like it's not safe.
8-month-old baby, you're doing what you can to, again, take care of your child, to take care of yourself, your family. That's a very interesting argument. Once the train goes by, it wafts in the air, and then the chemical balance did change, at least from those readings that you shared. Can you talk to us about this? We watched this story from a national lens, if you will, but if you talk to residents in that area in eastern Ohio and East Palestine, they account something a lot different. You hear from the federal government that things are safe, that the EPA says it's safe, you can go home. Is that true?
You know, that's what they say and that's what they tell us. But whenever you're living here and you're seeing everything for yourself, it's just, you just can't believe it from what you're seeing. There's dead animals, there's dead fish. From going back to my home to retrieve items that we've experienced, bloody noses, throwing up, burning noses, burning eyes, like nausea, drowsiness. And it's just whenever you experience these things yourself, it does not feel safe, like at all.
I wanted to ask you about some of your friends. Obviously, I'm sure you have some neighbors, some friends in that area. Well, how long have you been in East Palestine? Can I ask you that?
Yeah, I was born and raised in East Palestine. I've lived here for over 20 years, and the trains have been in my backyard for over 20 years, so it's all I've ever known. And whenever that's all you ever know, and then you see a disaster like this happen and you know it's not safe, it's hard to just up and leave your home. But I have a baby and I don't want to keep her around these chemicals.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to stress there. Again, a lifelong resident there deciding to leave. She is, if you're just joining us, she is not there. She has chosen to leave with her 8-month-old baby. I wanted to play this for you. The Ohio Department of Health issuing this warning, returning folks like yourself, residents, to return to East Palestine. Listen to this.
At this stage in the game, we are recommending that people in the community consider using bottled water. We are awaiting results of testing of the municipal water sources that are going to be fairly detailed and will allow us to have a very complete look at the potential compounds that could be involved.
Again, use bottled water. Kaylee, have you spoken with your neighbors? Are they doing that? What have they told you?
Yeah, so everyone who I know that is close to the accident is choosing to use bottled water. But that's a very interesting point because people like me who have babies, what are we supposed to be bathing our children in? What are we supposed to be making their bottles with? What are we supposed to be washing their bottles with? Is it safe? Like, so we have to go out and get purified water for her baths and for her bottles and everything. And it's just, it's a huge, it's a lot more stuff to put in and a lot more work than them just being honest.
Really quickly, final question. There's going to be a town hall tonight for residents. They can they can ask questions, attempt to get answers. If you were there, what would be one of your biggest questions right now?
I think that my biggest question would be why was there not enough research and enough like look into what happened before they told us that it was safe, because they were telling us the next day after this accident that it was okay to breathe in, there was nothing harmful in the air, you could eat your food in your home, and then 2 days later they're saying the exact opposite. So I feel like we're just being lied to and given answers before they even know themselves.
Well, we're thinking about you. Obviously, the spotlight on East Palestine in eastern Ohio is getting even bigger now on a national stage. We'll continue to follow that story. Stay safe, Kaylee Ward, and your 8-month-old baby. We appreciate you joining us.